than 300 years old ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഗോവയിലെ ക്യൂൻ ഓഫ് ഡിസേർട്ട് ബിബിൻക. ബിബിൻക എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഈ ഡിസേർട്ടിനെ കുറിച്ച് എത്ര പേര് കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും? ഗോവയിലെ സ്വീറ്റ്സുകളിലെ റാണി എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു ഡെസേർട്ടാണ് ബിബിൻക. സോ അതുണ്ടാക്കുന്ന ഒരു പ്രോസസ്സ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കുറച്ച് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടും കുറച്ച് ടൈം ടേക്കിങ്ങുമാണ്. ആൻഡ് നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ ഗോവൻ കിച്ചൺ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് ഗോവയിലുള്ള ഒരു ഗോവൻ ട്രഡീഷണൽ ഫുഡൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്ന ഒരു സ്ഥലത്തേക്ക് വന്നിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇവർ ട്രഡീഷണലായിട്ട് ഇന്നും ബിബിൻക ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
The story of the Bebinca goes to the Portuguese times. When at the Santa Monica convent in Old Goa, the nuns used to always use the white of the egg to starch their habits or their wear, and the yellow used to always be a waste. So there was this particular sister called Sister Bibiana who sort of thought, like, what will I do with the yellows? It's every time going into a waste. And then she thought of this idea of using up the yellows or the yolks into making a sort of a cake. And that's how the Bebinca got invented. That's how the Bebinca got started. So then she said, okay, just a plain cake, it doesn't feel good, it doesn't look good. So she started layering it. And then she felt better when she layered it. Okay, and then this Bebinca, which is actually a sort of a cake, came into being. And it has typical 7 layers. Okay, so that is, the story also goes behind that Lisbon has 7 hills. So it was dedicated to those 7 hills. The Bebinca got its 7 layers. Okay, so that's how the Bebinca was actually invented. And it went down into the Goan homes, and finally Bebinca became the Queen of Goan desserts. So it's very delicious. It's very soft and melt in the mouth type of a dish. And it's baked in an oven, in an earthen oven, which was earlier there because there were no electric ovens. That oven is called a tizel. Tizel, T-I-Z-E-L. So if you see here, this oven which we are using is a makeshift oven of the actual tizel. The actual tizel as an oven will be like so big, wherein like 7-8 Bebinkas would fit, and then it is baked. So the tizel has sand down which gets hot, and there is a coconut husk on top with which we bake the Bebinca, and that maintains the temperature inside the tizel, and the Bebinca gets baked to a golden brown. So it goes back, another layer will get done. But since this is the first layer, and because the temperature will be uneven, it will take some time. But the first layer baking done means the temperature is about 180 degrees, and then the subsequent layers will go in 10 to 12 minutes. Again, subject to maintaining the fire up there. So this is faded off completely because people have shifted back to ovens and the commercial ovens. There are a lot of people who will still make, like everyone would literally bake their own Bebinca at home if you want to experiment, and like there are people in the houses. It's fading off with the new generation because they don't, if it's simple, like I don't want to bake, I'll not get into making a Bebinca. The second idea of a Bebinca, like it's a very tedious job. Because in olden times, now of course we have the mixers, so in olden times we have to start the Bebinca with grinding it on a grinding stone, getting the juice, breaking the eggs, separating it, preparing the batter, which was a process by itself. Then the Bebinca has to go layer by layer. So for 7 layers into 15 minutes on an average, nobody has the patience to wait. Because in a cake making, you just put the cake in 45 minutes, it's ready. So the total is about 1 hour. The total here would be about 3 to 3.5 hours. You want to have a nice Bebinca. So basically it means patience, a lot of patience and love.
Bebinca is not just a dessert, it's love made with patience.